Hi boys and girls, it's Mrs. Sheely. I hope everybody had a good weekend and I hope you got to go outside and enjoy some of the sunshine. I know I did. And I hope you enjoyed your nice weekend before we get back to work here on a Monday morning. Now I know that we're going to be stuck at home doing school for a little while longer, so I'm going to do my best to try to do at least a video a day or at least a few a week to try to help get things moving with your learning this week. So to start today, I'd like everybody to get their blue reading books out. If you don't have your blue reading book, go ahead and pause the video and you can go get it. And those of you who have your books, go ahead and open up to page 156 and 157. So on Mondays, we usually start with this page where we can look at pictures and try to find pictures of things that have the phonics sound that we're going to be working on. So this week, the first dot says find 5 things that have the long U sound in it. So if you look through the picture, see if you can find anything that has the long U sound. Okay? Remember, long U says ooh, not Short U says long U says ooh. So if you'll notice, I'm going to point a few different ones out. So let's start with, how about right here in this store? Do you know what he's buying? He's buying a suit. So suit has the long U sound. What else? Up here, look what he's eating. He's eating some noodles. That has the long U sound. Right here, he's reading a newspaper. Newspaper has the long U sound. And right behind him, look, there's some fruit. Fruit has the long U sound. Okay. Oh, and look down here, this box here. That's a box of tissue. So tissue has the long U sound. I know there's probably some more. You can go ahead and call them out if you see any more. But I do want you to now take a look at this list. I made a list of the long U words that I saw. We talked about newspaper. He's buying a suit, and it's a new suit. So I want you to notice something about the groups of words. As I wrote them down, you'll notice I separated them by the letters that you use to make the oo sound. So like newspaper and new, they both have an EW. I underlined the oo sound. We talked about fruit and suit, but look, it doesn't have an EW, it has a UI. That's the way to make the oo sound for fruit and suit. We talked about noodles. On the top of the page next to the noodles, you can see some tools. And notice how that makes the oo sound, O-O. And then I talked about the box of tissue, but in the box that has the tools, you could see a glue bottle. And there's a lot of the color blue in that picture. And notice how that makes the oo sound, U-E. So that's the sound that we're going to be working on this week, is the long U sound. Now we're not going to focus so much on this O-O. Okay, that's going to be another week. This week we're going to focus on words that have EW, UI, and UE. And there's really not a trick to help you remember where you're going to put a EW or if you're going to put a UI. You just have to practice. The more you practice, you can tell what looks right, if it should be a UI or a UE. All right, so now let's go back to that picture. And we're going to work on one other thing. The next dot says find 3 things that are compound words. Now we've done compound words before, so this isn't new. Okay, so compound words are 2 smaller words that when you put them together, it makes a compound word. Okay, so for example, right here at the top, this is an easy one. It's dark, so he's using a flashlight. And what are the 2 words that you put together to make flashlight? Flash and light, right? Another one, he's walking on the sidewalk. So what 2 words do you put together to make sidewalk? Side and walk. And how about this one right here? He's reading a newspaper. And you put those 2 words together to make the compound word newspaper, right? So those are some examples of compound words. Right behind them, there's another one, basketball. Basket and ball make basketball. So those are the things we're going to focus on in phonics this week, and that's the long U sound and compound words. So if you turn the page, We're moving right into the compound words. This is a picture of a football. That's a compound word. And we're going to practice these like we usually do on Mondays, where we're going to do an echo read, where I read it and then you can be my echo. So let's go ahead and start at the top. I'll read it and then you can be my echo. Popcorn, peanuts, daydream, classmate, inside. And then we'll do the sentences too, same way. I will read the sentence, you be my echo. Carmen thinks popcorn with peanuts is the best snack. Carmen thinks popcorn with peanuts is the best snack. We can daydream while we rest at home. We can daydream while we rest at home. Let's run inside and ask my classmate Luke. Let's run inside and ask my classmate Luke. Next page. These are actually our high frequency words, so hopefully you're still practicing your sight words books. I know it's not on your checklist for homework, but they're still important. So whenever you have some extra time, make sure you're looking at your first grade sight words books. These are the ones for Unit 4, Week 5. So these are the ones we're going to focus on this week. So I'll go ahead and do another echo read. I'll read it, you read it. Stood, room, thought, picture, remember. And our sentences. I'll read it, you read it. Carl stood up tall to reach that flashlight in his room. Carl stood up tall to reach that flashlight in his room. We thought he might play in that softball game. We thought he might play in that softball game. Did he remember that picture of those catfish? Did he remember that picture of those catfish? Good. One more thing that you could practice after this video is go back to this page. I know we usually put these in ABC order on Mondays, so that would be good extra practice. Find some notebook paper and see if you can write these in ABC order. That would be really good extra practice today. Go ahead and turn the page. This is the last page that we're going to be reading today. It has the long U sound, and these are the 3 different ways to make the long U sound. You have UE for glue, EW for newt. Newt is kind of like a little lizard. And UI for fruit. So those are the different ways to make the oo sound. So let's practice reading these words. I'll read it, you read it. True, grew, fruit, glue, new. And then our sentences. Is it true that he grew? Is it true that he grew? We like eating fresh fruit. We like eating fresh fruit. She can glue that vase to make it like new. She can glue that vase to make it like new. So that's all we're going to be working on today in our reading books. But keep in mind later today or tomorrow I'm going to be posting a video with Peter's chair. So we're going to read it together. We're going to talk about the characters and talk about the theme. So make sure you check for that video later this week. It would be really good extra practice. We read this together, but to make sure that you're able to practice these compound words and these long oo sounds, go ahead and try to see if you can read those on your own, okay? One other thing to look forward to this week is I'm going to be sending an email about doing a video conference. And that means it's kind of like FaceTime, where I'm going to send an email to your parents, and then they're going to get a secret code, and that code's going to invite them to a meeting. And when you go to that website, we'll be able to have kind of like a class FaceTime, and you'll be able to see some of your classmates. And so you should be getting that email, and we're going to be setting that up for this week. So hopefully you'll be able to participate in that, because I really miss seeing your faces, and so hopefully we can get lots of kids to participate in that. All right, well, have a great rest of your day, and I hope to see you guys soon. Stay healthy. Thanks. Bye.